With your life, just got the ops hurt, looking sick, so we gon' disinfect.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River, and we've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Hamler now on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Rodgers on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, That's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd down and 6 now. Throwing here, Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Here's Howell. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot and run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Sly on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 14, Eagles nothing.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And Howell will throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
This will be caught at Samuel. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good for the Eagles. First down.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the Commander's 40-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Quick slant here to Smith.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camp. Do you remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room? This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Powell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. They'll go play action. Powell slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there, as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and inches.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hal trying to pick it up on 3rd. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, Hal to throw.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hal throwing on 3rd down here.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10.
Touchdown!
Brian Robinson Jr.
29 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
35, Eagles 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Second down. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll work down inside the 45. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas got it. 30 yards.
And the Eagles get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Yeah, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Looking to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here's Howell.
The quick slant caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Commanders are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he's got room.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
That is caught.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it out.
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Intercepted. Sets up a first down and goal at the 8-yard line.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Swift is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll set up a throw, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Commanders 42, Eagles 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,